It is time for my Christian review of regular books and no spoiler review of Everyone Here is Lying by Shari Lapena. Let's get into it. If you've never seen one of my Christian reviews before, you can head to the video that's at the very top of this playlist and you can see what my Christian reviews are all about. But the most basic synopsis is that we're going to do a regular review first without spoiling the book, and then we'll get into the Christian review and go over basic categories that may or may not have you wanting to read the book as a fellow believer. So let's go ahead and get into my regular review. Everyone Here is Lying came highly recommended to me on Book Talk, and I was told it's one of her better books, so I was super excited to check it out. Also, I feel like I'm new into the thriller space. I love thrillers, and I've always really enjoyed thrillers. However, when I did read more casually, I would say, I didn't pick up thrillers that often. I more often picked them up when I watched TV shows or movies like that. So getting into thrillers in the last year and a half, 2 years has been such a fun experience, and I'm learning about tons of new authors who do thriller really well, like quick, easy psychological thrillers that I just have a really fun time with. This was my very first Shari Lapena book, and I had a really fun time reading it. I did guess the ending about 50% of the way in, and I was right, but I think what killed me on this book is that the ending does not give you closure. Like, there is opportunities for more. It reminds me of like a Lucinda Berry book. She does that a lot, where she does not close all the doors. She leaves them open for you to kind of make decisions for yourself, and I feel like Shari Lapena definitely did that with this book as well. Despite the fact that I guessed the ending, I still had a really fun time reading it, and I wanted to know how it all went down, so I rated it 4 stars. Let's go ahead and get into my Christian review. The first category I always touch on is smut or spice because it can show up in random places we don't expect, but thankfully it is not in this book and not something to worry about, so that is a win. The second category is if there's any explicit language, and no, there really isn't, which I loved. I loved being able to read this book and not worry about that. But the last category I love to touch on, especially when it comes to thrillers, is violence and gore. And again, it wasn't that bad. There is a few scenes, specifically near the end, where there are some violent scenes, but it's not extremely descriptive to the point that I think would be uncomfortable or inappropriate. Ultimately, I think this book is an interesting book to read if you're 16 and up. I think you might kind of find it fascinating or interesting, and definitely anyone outside of 18, I'm sure you'd enjoy the book. As always, you can find everything that I'm reading and rating in real time by following me on Goodreads. You can also find me on TikTok, on Instagram, and I do have my own YouTube channel where I'm posting more of my regular quick recaps and monthly wrap-ups. So if you're interested in following me in any of those places, you can check it all out down below. Now, we also do want to have a conversation with you from Trokia, so if you are interested in continuing the conversation, you can leave a comment or send an email at hello@trokia.org. As always, I am so excited to do all of these Christian reviews with you, and I cannot wait to see you on the next one.